One of the things that I'm finding out now that is extremely valuable, that's extremely significant to me, is that I had to learn the difference between distinguishing my voice from the voices that were around me. You say, Jared, why is that so important? Because I had to learn that every voice that I heard in my head, or every voice that I heard in my spirit, or every voice that I've heard come out of my thought, all of those voices were not mine. So being able to distinguish, hearing a voice that says, you know what, you may need to go ahead and give up. Or hearing a voice that says, you know what, this isn't what you're supposed to do. You should have made it by now. Or you shouldn't have this much resistance. Or why are you struggling at this point? Every voice that you hear in your spirit, every voice that you pick up in your frequency is not yours. If you don't find out and learn how to distinguish your voice from those voices, you will allow those voices to have priority over your voice. And those voices should not be able to influence you more than your voice does for yourself. All of those voices that you're picking up, all of that energy that you're picking up, all of those different frequencies and channels that you're picking up, you need to understand that there are some voices that you can allow to have influence, and then there are some voices you need to learn to block out. Learn your voice. What does your voice sound like? What is it connected to? What does it make you feel like? You need to be able to become comfortable with the voice that's inside, that gut feeling, that gut check. What is your voice, your intuition, your discernment? What is it saying? Because once you get comfortable with it, you'll know the difference between your voice, which should have the most influence, and other voices that sound just like your voice. Just because it sounds like your voice doesn't mean it's coming from the same place. That's extremely valuable. That's extremely important. They may end up on the same frequency, but it doesn't mean it's coming from the same source. Learn to trust and hear and pick up and know your voice, because your voice is attached to a sound, and that sound has substance. It has trust. It has weight, versus the other voices that are attached to nothing. They're here one moment, gone the next. They have no investment into your life, which means they can leave at any moment. Or it's attached to some type of emotion, which means it can go up one moment, down the next. It needs to have some sort of substance, and it needs to be coming from the right source. Learn to not only trust your voice, but learn that you need to be developing your ear to know the difference between your voice and other voices around you. And just because it sounds like your voice doesn't mean it's coming from you. You already know who this is. CEO and founder of Value on Purpose, Mr. Value himself, the influencer, Jared A. Birch. I'm here to let you know that every voice that speaks to you on the inside is not coming from the right source. Find out how to develop that inner ear, and you'll definitely win. I'll talk to you soon.